All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I'm Sunil Verma. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to attend National Panchayati Raj Day celebrations in Rewa, Madhya Pradesh today. Also to lay foundation stone and dedicate to the nation projects worth 17,000 crore rupees. Prime Minister to arrive in Kochi this evening on a two-day Kerala visit. First G20 finance ministers and central bank governors meeting to begin in Bengaluru. Two Indian Air Force aircrafts are on standby in Jeddah as part of preparations to evacuate Indian citizens from Sudan. And in IPL Cricket today, Hyderabad will lock horns with Delhi Capitals at the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium in Hyderabad at 7:30 p.m. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is to address all the Gram Sabhas and Panchayati Raj institutions of the country today at National Panchayati Raj Day celebrations in Rewa, Madhya Pradesh. The Prime Minister will also lay the foundation stone and inaugurate projects worth more than 17,000 crore rupees. Prime Minister Modi is to virtually attend the housewarming ceremony of 4,11,000 beneficiaries of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana at the function. Madhya Pradesh Governor Mangu Bhai Patel, Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan, Central Rural Development and Panchayati Raj Minister Giriraj Singh, several union ministers and MP government ministers will also participate in the program.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the integrated e-Gram Swaraj and GEM portal for public procurement at the Panchayat level. The objective of this project is to enable Panchayats to market their goods and services through GEM. The Prime Minister will also launch the campaign Vikas Ki Or Saajhe Kadam, means joint steps toward development. Focused on inclusive development, the campaign will extend benefits of government schemes to the last mile. The Prime Minister will hand over around 35 lakh Swamitva property card to the beneficiaries. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also lay the foundation stone and inaugurate various rail projects worth about 2,300 crore. With Aarti Srivastav, Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Rewa.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrives in Kochi this evening on a two-day visit to Kerala. Mr. Modi will participate in a roadshow followed by a youth conclave in Kochi this evening. Our correspondent reports he will also launch several new projects in the state. A report.
Soon after his arrival at the Naval Airport in Kochi this evening, the Prime Minister will participate in a roadshow on his way to the Sacred Heart College ground at Tevara, where Yuvam 2023, the youth conclave, will be held. The Prime Minister, who stays in the city overnight, is scheduled to meet Christian community leaders later this evening. Tomorrow, Mr. Modi will leave for the state capital, Thiruvananthapuram, where he will flag off the Thiruvananthapuram-Kasaragod Vande Bharat Express at the Central Railway Station. Later, at a public function at the Central Stadium, the Prime Minister will dedicate the country's first water metro project, the Kochi Water Metro, to the nation. Raj Mohan, AIR News, Kochi.
President Draupadi Murmu will visit Karnal and Hisar in Haryana today. In Karnal, the President will grace the 19th convocation of the Indian Council of Agricultural Research, National Dairy Research Institute. While in Hisar, she will grace the 25th convocation of Chaudhary Charan Singh Haryana Agricultural University. The first G20 finance ministers and central bank governors FMCBG meeting will begin today in Bengaluru. The two-day meeting under the G20 Indian presidency will be jointly chaired by Union Finance Minister Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman and Governor Reserve Bank of India Dr. Shaktikant Das. The first G20 FMCBG meeting will see the participation of finance ministers and central bank governors of the G20 members, invitee members, and heads of international organizations. The meeting will deliberate on issues such as strengthening multilateral development banks to address shared global challenges of the 21st century, financing for resilient, inclusive, and sustainable cities of tomorrow. Union Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports Anurag Singh Thakur will chair the two-day Chintan Shivir of Ministers of Youth Affairs and Sports of states and union territories in Imphal, Manipur today. More than 100 invitees from various states and UTs are expected to attend the Chintan Shivir, and put forward their views and ideas on making the nation fitter and making it into one of the biggest sporting powers in the world. The External Affairs Ministry has said that 2 Indian Air Force C-130J are on standby in Jeddah as part of preparations to evacuate Indian citizens from Sudan. The ministry says that INS Sumedha has also reached Port Sudan. It added that contingency plans are in place, but any movement on the ground would depend on the security situation, which continues to be volatile, with reports of fierce fighting at various locations in Khartoum. Sudanese airspace currently remains closed for all foreign aircraft, and overland movement also has risks and logistical challenges. The government is making all-out efforts to ensure safety and security of Indians stranded in Sudan and is closely monitoring the complex and evolving security situation there. The External Affairs Ministry is coordinating closely with various partners for the safe movement of the Indians stranded in Sudan. A 6-year-old cheetah named Uday died yesterday in Kuno National Park in Shiopur district of Madhya Pradesh. Uday was brought to Kuno National Park along with 11 other cheetahs from South Africa. Officials said that the cause of death would be clear only after autopsy. Uday is the second cheetah to die at the Kuno National Park in a month. Last month, Sasha, brought in the first batch of cheetahs from Namibia, died of renal failure. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts. All India Radio is presenting a vignette of select quotes of the Prime Minister from Mann Ki Baat as the program completes its 100th episode in April this year. Today, in the 82nd episode of this special program, let's listen to the Prime Minister who spoke of the great tribal leader, Bhagwan Birsa Munda.
People, voice and direct dialogue. That's your and our Mann Ki Baat. Yes, this is how our Prime Minister connects with millions of countrymen. With the program Mann Ki Baat, aired on the last Sunday of every month on All India Radio. This series, which started on October 3rd, 2014, will complete its 100th episode in April 2023. In the 82nd episode of this special program, let's listen to the Prime Minister's views on Birsa Munda, hailed as the god of the tribals. Bhagwan Birsa Munda is an illustrious hero of Jharkhand. He raised his voice against British oppression and for the rights of the Adivasis. He devoted his life to creating a society based on equality and justice. The Government of India has declared his birth anniversary, 15th November, as Janjatiya Gaurav Divas. And so it was in the Mann Ki Baat program broadcast on 24th October 2021 that the Prime Minister hailed him as a true messiah of the poor and said his contribution in the freedom movement and his efforts for social harmony will continue to inspire the countrymen.
भगवान बिरसा मुंडा को धरती आबा भी कहा जाता है। क्या आप जानते हैं कि इसका अर्थ क्या होता है? इसका अर्थ है धरती पिता। भगवान बिरसा मुंडा ने जिस तरह अपनी संस्कृति, अपने जंगल, अपनी जमीन की रक्षा के लिए संघर्ष किया, वो धरती आबा ही कर सकते थे। उन्होंने हमें अपनी संस्कृति और जड़ों के प्रति गर्व करना सिखाया। विदेशी हुकूमत ने उन्हें कितनी धमकियां दी, कितना दबाव बनाया, लेकिन उन्होंने आदिवासी संस्कृति को नहीं छोड़ा। प्रकृति और पर्यावरण से अगर हमें प्रेम करना सीखना है, तो उसके लिए भी धरती आबा भगवान बिरसा मुंडा हमारी बहुत बड़ी प्रेरणा है।
In our bilingual live phone-in program, Public Speak at 9:30 p.m. today, we will bring you a discussion on prevention and control measures for malaria with Dr. Akshay Dhariwal, former Director, National Center for Disease Control and National Vector-Borne Disease Control Program. Listeners can seek answers from the expert on queries related to malaria disease transmission, prevention, treatment, and government's efforts to eradicate it. Listeners can ask their questions on telephone number 011-237-17106 and 011-2331-4444 from 9:30 p.m. onwards. You may also send your queries on WhatsApp number 928-909-4044. This live program can be heard on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies. Union Minister of Commerce and Industry Piyush Goyal has urged the entrepreneurs fraternity of the country to grab the opportunity and put in their best effort to intrude into the global market in a massive way. Speaking at the 49th Indian Gems and Jewellery Awards in Mumbai yesterday, Mr. Goyal stressed on India's biggest strengths of leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and elaborated India's unprecedented ambitious plan of boosting export in pursuit of being a global leader in business and trade. Chinese Defense Minister Li Shangfu will visit India to take part in the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Defense Ministers meeting to be held on April the 27th and 28th. This will be the first time that a Chinese defense minister will be in India following the Galwan Valley clash between the two countries in June 2020. India has also sent an invite to Pakistan for its defense ministers' participation in the meeting. However, Islamabad is yet to confirm their participation. Union Tourism Minister G. Kishan Reddy has said achieving healthy India is the aim of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and the Union government has taken several initiatives in this direction. Addressing a gathering at a healthy baby show program held in Hyderabad, he said, "Mother's milk is the best food for newborn children." Stating that the mother is the best doctor to her children, the minister said the central government is implementing several programs to provide nutritious food to the children of the country. He said the government is not only taking steps to abolish all social evils being experienced by the women, but also holding awareness programs for the parents of the girl children. Delhiites faced relief from sweltering heat as cloudy skies and rain in some parts of the city brought down the temperature yesterday. The maximum temperature came down to 31 degrees Celsius, which is several notches below normal. The minimum temperature was recorded at 23.2 degrees Celsius. The Met Department has forecast similar weather today with the likelihood of rain in a few parts of the national capital. The maximum temperature is likely to hover around 32 degrees Celsius, with the minimum being around 21 degrees Celsius. In IPL Cricket today, Hyderabad will lock horns with Delhi Capitals at the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium in Hyderabad at 7:30 p.m. Last night, Chennai Super Kings defeated Kolkata Knight Riders by 49 runs at Eden Gardens, putting to bat first. Chennai posted a mammoth total of 235 runs for the loss of 4 wickets in the stipulated 20 overs. In reply, the hosts were restricted to 186 for the loss of 8 wickets. In another match yesterday, Royal Challengers Bangalore beat Rajasthan Royals by 7 runs at M. Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru. And now, for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Ramya.
Thank you, Sunil. Another round of talks, that song Sticking Point, headlines the Tribune, referring to the 18th round of Corps Commander-level military talks between India and China. Lok Sabha saves 801 crore rupees in cost cuts, around 25% of budgetary provisions for the first 4 years of the 17th Lok Sabha, writes Hindustan Times. Another cheetah who was brought from South Africa to Kuno National Park dies, making it the second death in a month, reports The Pioneer. The Indian Express and other dailies have carried the unfortunate news of the drowning of 2 Indian students in a lake in Indiana, United States. And finally, The Times of India carries the story of Chandrakala Shetty of Bengaluru, who sat outside her specially abled daughter's class for 2 years, taking notes, with the headline, "Mother's Love and 2 years of Hard Work Get Visually Impaired Girl Passed Pre-University Exam." And with that, it's back to you, Sunil.
Thank you, Ramya. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to attend National Panchayati Raj Day celebrations in Rewa, Madhya Pradesh today. Also to lay foundation stone and dedicate to the nation projects worth 17,000 crore rupees. Prime Minister to arrive in Kochi this evening on a 2-day Kerala visit. First G20 finance ministers and central bank governors meeting to begin in Bengaluru. 2 Indian Air Force aircrafts are on standby in Jeddah as part of preparations to evacuate Indian citizens from Sudan. And in IPL Cricket today, Hyderabad will lock horns with Delhi Capitals at the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium in Hyderabad at 7:30 p.m. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.